What's going on, guys? It's that guy with movies back here again. And today's video, we're going to be going to Savers, we're going to be going to a library sale, and then we are going to be going to Goodwill. So maybe we can check out what dollar stuff they have. So let's go to those places and, we'll see what they have today. Alright guys, headed on into Savers right now, so let's go on inside. And last time I was here at closing time, but now it's still open, so let's go in. Alright guys, so inside here, we'll take a look at the TV shows first. So this is on the other end. It's still by the bed and bath and everything, but we're going to take a look over here first, and with the TV shows. A whole bunch of Friends here, but it's just in these like little cheapy cases, so not interested in those. There's last season of Boy Meets World. Orange is the New Black. Down here, they have these like 2 movie gift sets. I think here's Cheaper by the Dozen and Cheaper by the Dozen 2. And then it's this Christmas Classics. Who cares? And then they have like the American Pie one. I've never seen that particular set before. I've seen the movies, of course, several times, Thrifting, but not that set. But they have this Incredible Hulk thing from Anchor Bay. It's got the Incredible Hulk Returns and the Trial of the Incredible Hulk. So if you're into Hulk, I guess. And actually, I used to have this as well, this Adventures of Super Mario Brothers 3. It was like an old TV show that was on, I can't remember what it was on, Deke, and it's released by Shout Factory, but that's pretty much it for the TV shows. But down here, that's a super creepy cover art, but not too much here that I've noticed. There's a new fog release where they try to like make it look new, so they can like trick like your grandma into buying it for you. But yeah, they like try to make it like new, even though it's a movie from like the 80s. But we'll go down to here. There's nothing. What's this? So this is just George St. Pierre workout DVDs. Over here, you got some like really like sun bleach stuff. Like you have like Saw 6 here. Like it's just ugh. But they have also these Cops DVDs. I have most of these already, but yeah, pretty sun drenched on the side. And they have more of those Cops ones. They have Caught in the Act and Shots Fired, which I have actually all 3 of those. And we'll just keep looking here. Pretty much the same stuff as last time, except they like it's just a little bit more stuff. But what's this? Megalodon. Wow. And very old VBS films release. Very old. But down here, this is the last shelf. I have a lot of Anchor Bay stuff here, like the last Tattoo. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like some kind of army thing, movie. But that's about it for over here. Alright guys, so now over here at the, this is the other side here, so with both end caps being DVDs here, we'll take a look. They have more of these George St. Pierre workouts, so somebody must have grabbed a whole set of those and got rid of them individually, I guess, but there's nothing on the top here. Doesn't seem to be anything on this side here. There's this Category 6 Day of Destruction with a special appearance by Randy Quaid. Oh boy. Wow. But, and now down here, they have some wrestling ones here. Again, I have 0 interest in grabbing wrestling ones, unless it's old wrestling. But down here, you have a Blu-ray. We've got Minions, which I have no interest in, unless if it's 3D. I wouldn't pick up Minions, but we'll just keep going here. They have WrestleManiac with Rey Mysterio, which I think they might have spelled his name wrong. It's not spelled with an I, but they also have this Cyber Sunday thing, and Fantastic Four, Fant Four stick. If we go down here, we have Ultimate Iceman Chuck Liddell, some UFC stuff for you guys. That is still brand new factory sealed, as well as Without Limits, 3,000 Miles to Graceland, and The Mirror Has Two Faces. Both of those Warner Brothers ones I have. This one I do not have. Wind River. Have you guys seen this one? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. What you thought of it. Because I do still want to watch that one. We also have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which I didn't mind that one. It wasn't bad. It's not the greatest Harry Potter movie, but it wasn't too bad. Probably get that one on Blu-ray. Here's a really sun-drenched one, Sniper. Like, look at that. And yeah, that's pretty much about it for over here. Alright guys, so this is the last shelf of movies here. This is the one with all the Blu-rays on top, and the HD DVDs. I only have 4 of them, which I think I have these 2, but not these 2. But yeah, there's nothing too much here for Blu-rays. I'm always on the hunt for 3D ones, so, you know, that's kind of why. You know, they have the Lego Movie here, which I do already have on 3D. End of Watch, which I did really like this movie as well. It was pretty good. And down here, yeah, it doesn't appear to be too much. There's a Hercules, which I do have on Blu-ray as well. Not on 3D though. And I actually did really like that movie. I know critics didn't like it, a lot of people didn't like it either, but I really dug it. I really like that one. Here's something you don't see every day, Xanadu. But yeah, I never see that one anywhere. But down here, there's another one I don't see, the Emerald Forest. Not really too sure what that one's all about, but it's here, as well as this one, 11 to 45, which has, that is awful cover art. But down here, they have another one of these IMAX ones. You see those like everywhere pretty much, and they're almost always sealed. And down here, and also down here, so it looks like all the other shelves do not seem to have anything. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. We do have more WWE, that's brand new factory sealed, and also another copy of Secret Life of Walter Mitty, which I did. That was a pretty good movie, but that seems to be about it. Alright guys, heading on into the library right now for that rummage sale, so let's go on inside. Got some billiards going on.
Well,
Alright guys, that's going to do it for that sale. Went up there, and what you guys saw with that one table there, and I showed all the CDs and DVDs for $1. That's pretty much the extent of what was there. They actually had everything divided into separate rooms. So they had one for books and movies and that. And then there was a completely separate room for like purses and clothes and that. And then they had a whole big gym up there, which didn't really have too much. It's just kind of more like kind of antiques and like trinkets and that. So I didn't really film anything in there. I just kind of filmed the one table that they had of DVDs there. But I did pick up a Blu-ray. So stay tuned to the end of this video to see what I picked up there. And of course, Savers before that, I didn't find anything there. So anyway though, let's see where else the day takes us, and let's see where we go next. Alright guys, heading on into Goodwill right now. So let's see what they have today and see what their tech sale is. Alright guys, we're inside Goodwill right now, so we'll take a look what they have here. They got some Blu-rays here, actually a whole bunch of Blu-rays, but you know, nothing I'm really interested in here. I found a couple things so far, but that's pretty much about it. Like, they have a sealed copy of Unknown here. And they also got this really cool steelbook, When We Left Earth, the NASA missions. That's super cool. It's half price. It's green tags right now. But yeah, they have that. To that Frozen Planet, which I think I have Frozen Planet already, but I'm not too sure. A couple of these ones are on sale as well. But down here is The Simpsons Season 1. You guys can find the 3rd season that one's worth a lot of money. But there's a couple more Blu-rays here. Nothing's really on sale. They have like Magnificent 7 and that. But down here they have a couple more like TV shows, like just mostly West Wing or ER. That's pretty much about it for there. They have a couple games as well. And they actually had some more stuff on a cart, which I looked there already, and there wasn't too much there. But I might go take a look and see what else they have. And over on this side here, they have some more DVDs here, but nothing I'm interested in on top. As well as down here. And there is still the dollar bin to look at as well, so we'll go there in a few minutes. But they have a ton of TV shows here. They have like Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, United States of Terra, more ER. It seems that's like all the thrift stores seem to have is just ER seasons. There's even more 2.5 Men, tons of TV shows, but nothing really. What's this? Luther with Joseph Fiennes. What's it from? Who cares? And we also get Saved by the Bell Season 5, which I actually have those two movies already, so I'll probably just be getting that for Season 5, but whatever. And now over here we have a sealed DVD for The Rock, The Epic Journey of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's unfortunately not on sale. Sony already ordered one of their Lady Gaga concert DVDs, the Monster Ball Tour. And if we go down here, we also have a Shark Week DVD as well. Dream a Little Dream too. Down here, we just have some more movies. Nothing I'm interested in though. Same thing as down here. And down here, it's mostly just kind of stuff I already have or have no interest in whatsoever. So we also have Tiptoes here with Gary Oldman in the role of a lifetime. We have a couple Blu-rays here, Morgan. So I've yet to watch that one. I can't remember if people said that one was good or not. And now, over on this side here, this is the last one for their, well, there is still this section here, but we'll take a look at this stuff first. Like there's some kind of uncommon stuff like Happy Campers, but no idea what that movie is all about. If we go down here, they just have tons of TV shows, like they have Scrubs and that. Fantastic Beasts I probably would have bought if they had it on Blu-ray, or actually more preferably 3D. But I did find a 3D Blu-ray here, so I'll show you guys at the end of this video what it actually is. There's some bootlegs here as well. We have Defending Your Life, and ones for each Scarface movie. Like here's the original one, and then you know, the one that everybody knows, the remake from the 80s. Sorry if my camera's not focusing here. There we go. We have another Blu-ray here, Joy. No interest in that. And we also have Gravity, which I do have already on 3D. And that's about it for that side. So now we'll go over here. And we got stuff like the extended edition of Gladiator, but for $5 I'm not going to grab that because I do already have it. More games, more TV shows drawn together. We go down here now. There's just another Blu-ray, Percy Jackson. I kind of enjoyed those ones. I know a lot of people didn't like them, but I enjoyed them. There's Xena, Passengers, another bootleg of X-Men, which this person seemed really committed to this one because it has like a booklet and everything in it. And down here, just have another Blu-ray here, Star Trek. And yeah, nothing really too much else, so that's about it for over here. Alright guys, here is their dollar clearance section here. They have a couple TV show seasons, like they got like Degrassi and stuff like that. And also some PC games, but no wonder why they're probably only $1, because they're probably used the codes for those, but that's about it for that shelf. They also have a couple Blu-rays here, like that's a Social Network. Like Imagine That down there, but who cares about that? But if there's anything else in here, there's not really too much. Here's another Blu-ray, Get Him to the Great. And down here, There's nothing too much. And the same as down here. It's mostly just kind of junk here, and that's pretty much about it. Alright guys, just got back home from those 3 locations. So the first place I went to was Savers. They didn't have anything. It's a very inconvenient spot that they moved all the movies to by the Ben Bath stuff, the back wall, to put their stupid Halloween stuff over there. And it's just really hard filming there. So, you know, I did still film there and everything, but I didn't buy anything there. They didn't really have anything that interested me, or just stuff I already have. So I didn't get anything there, but I went to that library sale afterwards. They had a sale upstairs, as you guys saw, and they had whatever I showed in the video. That one little table of movies was the only movies that they had there. I picked up a Blu-ray there, like I said, and then after that we went to Goodwill, and I picked up some more dollar stuff, and as you guys saw in the video, they did restock the dollar stuff. So without further ado, I'll start showing you guys what I ended up picking up from the library sale first, because, you know, I didn't get anything from Savers. So the only thing I picked up from the library sale is actually a 3D Blu-ray, and I was really surprised that I saw a 3D Blu-ray there. Normally with garage sales and that, I never actually really see any 3D Blu-rays, but when I do find one, it's, you know, a really odd, kind of uncommon occurrence. But that is Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole in 3D, of course, and I really like these slipcovers. I don't know, you know, usually sometimes with slipcovers, I never find, like, the 3D. Thought I had the case closed, but I guess not. Usually with these 3D ones, I really like the slipcovers, but nobody ever keeps the slipcovers for some reason, so they probably bought them later on when they came out. But yeah, Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole in 3D, that's kind of what it looks like. It's not really too much with that slipcover there, and it's kind of damaged, but for $1, you know, I couldn't pass it up. It's a 3D Blu-ray for $1. I've heard okay things about this one. I hear it's supposed to be not too bad. I know a lot of people like this one, and I believe it's supposed to be based on a book series. Yes, it's based on the novels entitled Guardians of Ga'Hoole, so it is based off a book. And it is directed by Zack Snyder, too. It's one of the few movies I haven't seen of his. I've seen pretty much all his movies, I think, except for this one and Sucker Punch. But that is Legend of the Guardians of Ga'Hoole. And it has all 3... It's a piece of plastic that fell out. It has all 3 discs in there, so I usually pick up 3D ones if they include every disc. And I'll just put that aside there. Yeah, if they include every disc, I usually pick them up. I did pass up on a Brave one, a Goodwill Brave 3D, because it did not have the digital copy disc, I believe. If they're complete, then I usually pick them up. But Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole in 3D. So if you guys have seen that, leave a comment down below. So that was it from the library sale. So now I'll go on to the stuff from Goodwill. So I picked up actually another 3D Blu-ray there. And it's actually a movie I already have, and it's also a movie that I've watched recently as well. And that is 300 Rise of an Empire 3D. Unfortunately, it does not come with the slipcover. It also has like one of these Warner Brothers like lenticular slipcovers, but this one did not come with the slipcover. I usually pick them up if they do have, you know, if they're Blu-ray 3D. I don't usually care about the slipcovers, because if they're 3D, I usually just pick them up anyways. But this one actually had everything in it, and it does have the digital code. The actual one that I have with just the Blu-ray in it did not come with the digital code, so I'll probably keep the 3D version of this one and probably sell the regular Blu-ray one that I have of it. But I watched this one recently, and it was okay, I think. I really do like the original 300. It's not my favorite action movie or my favorite Zack Snyder movie of all time, but it's definitely an enjoyable movie. I do really like it. But this one, this is the sequel to it, or is it a prequel? No, it's a sequel. Because it is based off... It's not based off of, like, the 300 comic book. It's actually based off of the follow-up one called Xerxes by Frank Miller, of course. And it was okay. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it either, but it was okay. It was a perfect watch. Probably like a 5 or 6 out of 10, I'd say. But yeah, finally got around to watching it. It is a very visually stunning movie, but, you know, the story was kind of, I don't know. And the acting was kind of questionable, I guess, except for Eva Green. Eva Green stole the show in this one. But acting otherwise from everybody else was kind of nah. But Yeah, 300 Rise of an Empire. I knew I had to pick this one up because it is a 3D release, so that is that one. So that was actually the only thing, like, regular price that I picked up from Goodwill. Everything else that I got there was actually $1. So I picked up one game here. We'll just get this one out of the way. And actually, somebody bought this one when it came out for $60 or $59.99. Remember when games used to be that cheap? I don't know if you guys have, like, cheaper games in the States. Our games are $80, and some of them, depends on what kind of edition it is, but it's usually about $100. I know, actually, I went to Walmart a couple days ago, and I saw the new Madden game, Madden 20, and it was $100 for the special edition for it, which you probably get like a couple different costumes, and that's pretty much about it. But the regular game is $80. But this one for $1, I couldn't pass it up, and that is Resistance: Fall of Man. I do have Resistance 3, but I do not have Resistance 2 though. But Resistance: Fall of Man, this is the first one, and probably I think one of the first games ever released for the PS3. It does say 2006 on here, so pretty early one. The case is kind of gross, and it doesn't come with a manual, but for $1, I couldn't pass it up, and they did restock everything. They did have a few more games as well, mostly just sport ones, and Battlefield 4, which I do already have on Xbox One, but Resistance: Fall of Man on PS3, for $1, I had to pick it up. I do want to start playing these as well, because this one does appear to be, well, it kind of looked like it was World War II, but I guess not. It says it is July 11th, 1951 on the back, so it's not World War II. But yeah, Resistance: Fall of Man for $1, couldn't pass it up. And then we have 4 DVDs here that I picked up from the dollar shelf as well. There's a lot of misplaced stuff. I was going to pick up another movie, but it was not $1, so it was misplaced. But this next one here is one that I don't see too often, and if I see it, I think it's usually pretty expensive. But I decided to pick it up. If it was $1, and it was, I decided to pick it up, and that is Uprising. I'm not entirely sure what this movie is supposed to be. It does appear to be something to do with World War II, but it's a TV movie. I searched it up on IMDb. It's a TV movie. A lot of people on there are apparently saying that it does not appear, like, it doesn't really, like, kind of look like your typical TV movie. It's pretty high production value, and you know, it's kind of easy to tell that if it's a TV movie or not. If it does have these kind of things here, you have 2 discs and everything. Usually one disc is part 1 of the show, and then disc 2 is part 2 of the show. But disc 1 is the movie, and then disc 2 is the documentaries. Usually, it's like I said, they would put the movie on like a flipper disc, but they decided to just put the whole movie on one disc and then just have special features on the other disc. But yeah, Uprising for $1. It sounded pretty interesting, and it's got a pretty solid cast too. Lily Sobieski, whatever happened to her? Hank Azaria, David Schwimmer, John Voight, and Donald Sutherland. So pretty solid cast for that. And actually, Carrie Elways, Stephen Moyer. It does appear to be about it for who they list in the cast. But yeah, Uprising for $1. TV movie, cool set as well. I can pass that up. And then the next one here is a version of a movie that I don't usually normally see, but that is Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. I do have the original. Who was the director for Superman 2? I think that was Richard Lester, maybe. But this is the Richard Donner cut. Richard Donner was originally said to be the director for Superman 2. He is, of course, the director for the first Superman with Christopher Reeve. But Superman 2, he was supposed to finish the movie, like he was set as director and everything. But I believe halfway through production, he got fired, and they replaced him with the new guy, Richard Lester. And he completed the movie for him, and then that's what came to theaters. But about probably, I'd say, 20 years later, I'd say maybe 20, 25 years later, they put out this Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, which is, well, as the name implies, the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2. And it's shorter than the theatrical version. I believe the theatrical version is like 128 minutes or something. This is 116 minutes. So it is definitely shorter, and as it said at the beginning, there's also some kind of like screen-tested stuff. There are some unfinished scenes in this one. But yeah, definitely a really neat DVD to have here, and there's some special features on here. You get an introduction by director Richard Donner, a commentary by director Richard Donner and creative consultant Tom Mankiewicz, and new featurette Superman 2 Restoring the Vision and deleted scenes. So definitely a really cool one to have for only $1. I couldn't pass that up either. And then these next two movies are just ones I grabbed just because I wanted to watch them. The first one here is Flight with Denzel Washington. For $1, I wanted to pick this one up as well because this one has been one I've been wanting to watch for a little while now. He's like this drunk, kind of druggy airline pilot, and he's one day this plane kind of, goes into free fall and that, and he saves all the passengers from crashing and that, and the media and just like everybody else are just kind of like, well, maybe he doesn't appear to be what he seems. But yeah, it sounds like a pretty interesting movie. It's also a movie directed by Robert Zemeckis as well. Normally, this wouldn't be a movie that Robert Zemeckis would do. He's usually kind of those weird motion capture, kind of creepy CGI ones, like Mars Needs Moms or like A Christmas Carol. But yeah, Flight is definitely a different one for him. But yeah, it's also the reprinted DVD as well from Warner Brothers, even though they're releasing a Paramount movie. Which is kind of odd, but yeah, Flight, I thought I decided to pick that one up for $1, so I can finally watch that one. And then the last movie I have here to show you guys is another newer one here, and that is Dumb and Dumber 2, like we're going to somewhere. But yeah, Dumb and Dumber 2, I believe it was like about 20 years later, and, they're both looking kind of old. But yeah, Dumb and Dumber 2 is another one I've been wanting to watch for a little while now. I've, of course, seen the original one, and the original one is hilarious. But this one, I haven't seen this one yet, and I do want to watch this one. So yeah, Dumb and Dumber 2. The case isn't necessarily in the greatest condition, but can pass it up for $1. But yeah, Dumb and Dumber 2. So anyway, though, guys, that is about it for this video. So a pile of really good stuff here. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share. Twitter and Instagram links will be in the description down below if you want to follow me on there. Also, be sure to check out my IMDb profile page. The link for that will be down below in the description of this video as well, to check out what I've been watching recently. Also, if you're new to my channel, or if you're already subscribed, be sure to hit the bell to be notified of future videos. A new video every Tuesday and Friday. So anyway, though, guys, that's about it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time. Oh, and guys, one more thing before I end this video here. I know it's after the haul and everything, but I do want to talk about something else here. I did recently go and see another movie, so I'll just be giving my really kind of brief thoughts on it. And the movie that I went and saw was Rambo: Last Blood. Went to go see this one on Sunday, and I actually really like this one. I am a sort of fan of the Rambo ones. I know First Blood is probably the best one out of all of them. The other two, First Blood Part 2 and then Rambo 3, I don't really care for those ones. I don't know why, I just didn't really like them. And, I really love the last one, the one where he's in Burma, I believe. I really love that one. And then this one here, this is the newest installment in the Rambo series, and probably the last one, if that's to be believed. And if it probably makes a decent amount of cash, there'll probably be more sequels, but yeah, this is supposedly the last installment out of all of them, and I actually really like this movie. I know it's getting pretty blasted by critics so far, but I really enjoyed this one. If you guys want some brainless action, if you guys are into that, and if you guys want some brainless action, not really kind of paying too much attention to the story and everything, I think you guys will really like this one. And it's a really kind of great, I guess, swan song for the Rambo character as well. Sylvester Stallone is kind of getting up there in age, so it's probably kind of not plausible for him to do Rambo movies anymore. But I really enjoyed, the second half of this movie. The first half was a little bit slow, but the second half was a really enjoyable kind of ride. And just, it's, as you guys saw in the trailers, it's kind of like almost a Home Alone-ish kind of thing. He sets up all these booby traps and everything, and he's kind of like going after the cartel and that. And it's just a really enjoyable movie. And surprised to say, too, I know the last Rambo movie, so the fourth one was kind of this too, but I'm going to say too, if you guys cannot stomach gore, then I highly recommend not watching this one. This is a gory movie, man. This is pretty violent, but it's if you guys can stomach gore, then definitely watch this one. It's a really enjoyable ride. I'd probably say about a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10 for me. If you guys just want some brainless action, then I suggest going to see it. But anyway, though, guys, that's about it for my little Rambo Last Blood review. So thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time. Alright guys, just got back home from those three